So here's a fun practice for you with group folders and layer masks. Here is a collage of photos that have been put into the shape of the word Boston, and just so you know, each of these individual photos I can still affect all on its own within this collage. So this leaves me a lot of control for moving things around to place them exactly how I want. I'm going to show you how to do this. So backing up in my folder history here we go. So this is probably what you would have to begin with, is a background layer and then a whole bunch of layers of your individual photos, and then at the very top I've created a type layer that is the shape that I want to mask these to. I'm going to turn that layer off and just leave it there for a minute. I need to put all of these layers into a group. To do that, I select all of the layers that I want. I'm doing that by clicking at the top and then holding Shift and clicking at the bottom, and then you can click and drag them down to the folder icon at the bottom of the Layers panel. This puts them into a group, which is kind of like a layer. Now we can add a layer mask to this just like we would a normal layer, but first I have to select the area that I want to remain when I add the layer mask. So holding down Command, I'm going to click on the letter T of my type layer, and that will select the contents of that layer. Make sure you're on the group folder and then click Layer Mask. Isn't that cool? So to open the folder, you can click on the little arrow and it will reveal all of those layers. If you want to move these around, you can reorder them. You can even pull them out of the group folder. So this is a organization option inside of Photoshop. What's really cool though is the folders act very much like a layer, and I just learned a really new trick that is so awesome today. If you've played with layer styles at all on Words, you know that you can double click on a layer and get up this layer style option, and clicking on the different bits will let you create effects like embossing or outlining. Well, recently, and it may possibly just be for version CS6, I haven't tried this in an earlier version, you can do the same to a folder or group. So I'm going to double click on this and add a white stroke around the outside of my words. My letters. One word, lots of letters. And there is my photo collage. I can grab my move tool, and as long as I'm on the group, when I move this, the whole thing will move. And if I size it, Command T, it will select everything that's in that group, and I can size it all down at once. So using groups is a great way to not only keep your layers organized, but also a way that you can affect a lot of layers at once.